Hello everybody, Mike Arnold here, co-founder of Path Trading Partners, along with Bob Iacchino. Continuing along with the Bitcoin and Ethereum again. I hope this is helping everyone. We're sort of going to keep sticking on the majors and sort of how we keep updating them every day for a little bit in this decline. So yesterday on the 1 hour, we had this potential double bottom, which did not trigger. Remember we talked about a move above this peak right here, which clearly did not happen. We can even drop to the 1 hour to zoom in on it. See, it just came down. Then we formed a triple bottom, which invalidated the pattern. Then we sold off, stopping just above our 75.60 level, then coming down to our next cluster area, stopping pretty much right on the GAN level, but we had a cluster area at 74.72 to 74.55. This was a cluster area. And now trading back down towards that, moving sideways in the rotation zone on the 1 hour and rotating back down the 4 hour, pretty close to 8 pushing the price. I'm going to update these levels now. Again, we can, if we hold anywhere even down slightly below 74.55, these levels have held. And then we have another potential double bottom. Again, potential, because it would need to trigger, and it is a very aggressive on the 4 hour time frame since it is against the rotation zone. So this would be a very aggressive trade because, I mean, even the first profit target is right at the top of the rotation zone. So hyper aggressive at this point. Let's see, let me update the downside levels also at this point since we're essentially at this cluster now. So if this double bottom does not trigger and we continue lower, 73.40 next and 72.11. Let's see how that shapes up over here with some price action. So cutting across here, we have some support, It's right in this sloppy horizontal channel. There's some couple key lows there, so would not ignore the 73.40 level, and then 72.11 right down at the very bottom. We're also checking at on those levels on the daily. And as I said, in order for this double bottom to trigger, we'd need a close or an extended move above 76.71.35. Then it would be 77.72, 78.22, which is another cluster right here, and 78.73 are the targets to the upside. Again, hyper aggressive. Let's see what else is going on. No divergences there yet. All right, right now the bottom of the rotation zone on the daily, which was coming in with some of this prior resistance becoming support, has not held. We're now testing the key bodies of the candles, which we really focus on more, and that has held momentarily at this cluster level. So we'll just have to see where today closes. If it can pop in the back in the rotation zone, that's much more bullish. If it can't, then it's broken the rotation zone, and we'll watch for the continued lower prices. Right below the 73.40, about 72.86, which it's the rate of increase has decreased, but it's going to keep coming up if we slow this descent. So watch where this 50 comes into play, especially at the lower ends of these candles and prior support. So really, maybe even the 7300 level might be a little more key than the 73.40, but we will keep an eye on it and fine tune it with further price action. Checking in on Ethereum. Ethereum, we had down to 412 area, spiking down there after moving sideways in the rotation zone on the 4 hour catch up. Again, you'll see this a lot where the 8 comes down, hits the price, and you can check it out on the 1 hour too. See, it's in the rotation zone and smack, then up into the rotation zone, rotating back down. And since the rotation zone on the 1 hour is holding, this is a pretty weak market. It's not even getting into the rotation zone on the 4 hour. Now, let's update the levels also down here. Or I'm going to go to the whole major levels from this whole sell-off to give us, with all this weakness, just to see where we're standing right now. Actually, let me come back here and see if we got any clusters before I do that from this last little sell-off. So it is just above this 393 to 391 is going to be a minor level. You see this 391 and 393 levels right here. So just pay attention to this 391 level. That's reinforced by that. If we go all the way to here, it's not really giving us any major clusters yet. So I'm going to stick with these other key lows for right now. I'll just move this back down to the minor level so we can focus on that cluster. I'm just going to ignore this 402 level because it's right by this 404 level. So if we sell off and break to new lows, we're watching 392 1 to 393, then 377. We also have, let me zoom in here again. If this does hold, again, we also have a potential double. Cannot ignore that. So that would be the potential double. It would need a close or extended move above 426.50. And again, the first profit target is right above, below the top of the rotation zone, so this is lower probability, but 434, 437, and 441 are the targets, the upside. Let's check in to the daily chart. And again, these doubles that I'm pointing out, these levels are only valid once they trigger. If they do not trigger, the levels are not valid, and you can't front run these patterns. You can't go, oh, there's a potential double, why don't I just buy it now? Because as you saw in Bitcoin, they don't have to trigger. If they don't trigger, it continues lower. So it's not a buy notification. It's a buy notification if we have certain unfolding price action. Just wanted to clarify that for everybody. So now we have, again, broken out of this consolidation. Moving averages spreading apart. If we had a stronger rally, we'd be rallying back to about the 446 level, declining 8 and prior gain level and prior support level. So that's, if we did get a stronger rally, that would be the secondary level. The first level I would watch for, it also broke below this key support and this key gain level. 432 would be the next level, minor level I'd watch for on a rally. But a lot of weakness coming in here. Not a lot to do but sit on our hands and be patient, both in Bitcoin and Ethereum. That's what we have for you right now. We'll talk to everyone soon. Bye for now.